faces have been going at it early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you gotta think this will be a little contentious. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Tar Heels will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Wake Forest offense will have the football first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Fired complete. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Makes the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Thomas back to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Demon Deacons will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Now on the return. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So North Carolina's offense will have its first possession of the game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Well, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Tar Heels are marching down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Thomas looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Jackson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to 3rd down. 3rd down's more manageable. Guess what? If I don't get it on 3rd down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Fires to the right. It's caught. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone.
Makes the grab at the 30. Oh, he's getting ahead of touchdown, Wake Forest. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running.
He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Fights off a defender. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Thomas back to pass. The throw to the outside is complete. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. And the Demon Deacons have it with a 1st and 10. The give from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Demon Deacons send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. to the air on first down. Get it out on the screen. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver creating enough separation to create a positive game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on fourth down. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Tar Heels look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on third and long. Running back searching for a hole. He gets it inside the 25. They'll stop him at the 24. Not enough for the first down, and it's a fourth down decision time coming. It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Hauls it in. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. And the Tar Heels have taken it inside the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Got it! Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll try to run it in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. How many chances can you afford to waste in the red zone? They've already been stopped twice. Can they come through this time? It's third and goal. They found a way to get in the rug, but he has stopped short, and it'll be fourth down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Leaves it with the back.
I'll
tell you what, when those little guys make those physical plays like that, it kind of jacks everybody up in the huddle because it's usually the guy breaking ankles, but he's like breaking tackles. Now he's giving you some serious energy.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Thomas looking to fire. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And these edge rushers, man, they're so athletic nowadays. They can get to the quarterback, bend that corner so quickly, get him on the ground before he knows what hits him. How about that defense?
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Demon Deacons will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Off the play fake on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
The Tar Heels moving quickly to the line.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Firing to the right, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And the Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll move the tight end. Trying play action. Looking to scramble. Underheat, and he gets rid of it. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. The Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cross. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and goal. They want to throw it. It's complete on the right side. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, UNC! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Thomas back to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now, you see they're generating this.
Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Demon Deacons will send out the punt unit. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Looking downfield on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Finds us back in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They are perfect on 4th down so far in the first half. They'll try to make it 3 for 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Let's go. To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals.
And the Demon Deacons will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Rides the back on the option to give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Oh, he just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make. But I'll tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB. But it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get 1st downs.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Here's the handoff. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. Got him downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Wide receiver going in motion. With jet sweep pass. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the deep.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Looking to fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down or else they are really in trouble. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Demon Deacons will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. North Carolina has him back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Handoff from the gun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. Back to pass. Skips away from pressure. The throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Come on, receiver. You can make that play. You do it all the time in practice. Don't come out here on game day and start getting big eyes under the big lights. You got to make that catch.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better? Bring it on! Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Using the quick game. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Tar Heels want to move quickly. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Snagged out of the air. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And the stomping has commenced.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Makes the catch. It's James. Ripping through the defense. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. On the run, it's James. Quick spin on the run. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And
he tosses one high and deep down the left side. Can't make the play on the interception. And man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Demon Deacons will call on their punt team. Oh, it's off the side of his foot. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Fakes the catch. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. And the Tar Heels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Cross. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Tar Heels headed quickly to the line. They've done a really good job identifying throws toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
North Carolina, 41, Wake Forest, 13.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll bring it back looking for help. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And the Tar Heels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move. The Tar Heels are in the hurry-up.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth,
pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Punts it out of the air. At the 35, he's loose. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Gets it out fast. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
and that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Auburn escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think those Tigers fans there today could have done without this one being so close. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Demon Deacons are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Thomas back to pass. And his throw is incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Trying to keep this drive alive. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. So going for it on fourth down is one thing, quite another to say we're going to run it for a couple.
Yeah, that's it.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Demon Deacons want to crank the tempo.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
And this is not decision time. This offense, it's green light the rest of the game. Down multiple possessions, got to go for it on fourth down. Probably had that in mind. It's a little shorter fourth down, but this offense has got to stay fast-paced and got to make some explosive plays.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Finds his man, it's Provo. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. Fourth down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
The Demon Deacons with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Thomas looking to fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Caught over the middle. It's Provo. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Looking for a gap. It's Bridges. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Bring in the heat. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they...
He'll take the deep shot. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. Got room on the return. He's at the... Touchdown, Wake Forest. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the...
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, UNC! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L.
Fires one high and deep. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now from inside the red zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Here comes the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Trying to find the end zone. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had...
Touchdown, Wake! Great job by the back on the option.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to...
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching, like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
They bring him down strong, effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So